How's it going, everyone? Just popping in for another video. I'm getting close to halfway to 46 years old, which is kind of wild to think about. I've been reading my old journals this morning. It's something I do quite regularly. And I've been on a journey of personal growth and discovery for probably coming up on 9 years now, of really living life under my own power, trying to acting in a way that is from within versus doing things because a friend or a spouse or a parent or a brother or a sister or an organization or a religion or any YouTube video or anything tells me to be. And after 9 years, I'm still working on this, still trying to find my sense of self. Like, who am I? What do I truly believe? And what is my makeup? Like, who is Jeremy? And there seems to be a common theme in this. There, oh, that's my workout tower. So let's do this. There, adjusting in real time. There seems to be a common theme in my life, and that is I oscillate and I morph and I change quite frequently, kind of like the best metaphor I can think of is a pinball that's constantly zipping around. I don't like to be boxed in a certain way. It makes me feel uncomfortable. So I don't like to stand still or be stagnant. I definitely have a scientist mentality to experiment, to learn, to grow, and to evolve. And it's hard because this makes it very difficult to know me or to get any sense of certainty from me. Even like me to understand myself, it's very difficult. And so I'm like, how is someone else ever going to understand me? If I struggle to understand myself, someone else is going to be completely like puzzled by me. And so I'm just reflecting on my journey and the things that have shaped me over the last 8.5 years, at least, given me things to think about. One of those things has been dating, which has kind of been shut off for the most part. And the people I've met along my path over the last 8.5 years, I'll call it. It was October of 2014 when I first moved out of my house, a nice house, to a bug-infested basement apartment, and that's where everything began. What's crazy is that first night I knew I needed to go out and date and talk to people, so I went to this nearby mall, the University Mall in Orem, Utah, and I started wandering around and just talking to random girls and women because I'd always been super shy of doing that my whole life. And so I just said, I'm going to do this thing. I'm single and on my own now. This is what I wanted, so I should go do it. And I did. And I probably shared this in a previous video, but I remember getting into a zone after talking to 5 or 6 people and going into this women's clothing store, and something happened to me where I just became one with presence in the earth, or I transcended myself. I don't know what to call it. It was beginner's luck, probably a little bit too, because it was my first night on my own. And I met this woman in I think the women's jewelry store in Orem was called Francesca's. And I didn't know it was a women's jewelry store. I just remember walking and seeing this beautiful woman behind the counter, and I just went whoosh, and went right up to her and started talking to her with no thought, with no hesitation, with no fear, with no anxiety, wondering what she might think about me. All that for some reason went away. And I talked to her for about 15, 20 minutes. She had on this necklace with the state of Utah. Yeah, she was gorgeous. And I got her phone number and left. And I kind of came out of it, this zone I was in. And I was like, what the hell just happened? And I got her full name, so I had to go Google her, and she gave me her real number and her real name. And she was this Miss Teen USA beauty contestant. She was 19 years old. I was 36 at the time. And I'm like, how did I do that? Like, that's not something I've easily replicated in the last 8.5 years. I can think of a few people like that I came across and interacted with and had anything even remotely meaningful with, where it was someone at that level or caliber. Usually those kinds of people make me nervous. If someone is a certain, in my mind, a certain caliber of woman and success and looks and her way of being, it alters me. And that's been a fascinating reveal of my science experiment of dating, is that certain people alter me to not be myself. And I lose my authenticity and my normal way of being, and it's because I feel nervous that I'm going to lose what's there and I have to be a certain way, when the reality is that's not true at all. The people who stay in my life generally do so because I am completely authentic with them in all areas, and I'm not afraid of losing them. The people who leave my life, everyone who's ever left me or ditched me or ghosted me or broke up with me, etc., it's been because I was altering myself. That may not have been the reason, but that was something that was going on with me. I was altering myself and not being my true authentic self, even if I was in the beginning, and later I lost it. So this theme of that happening, it kind of has led me to the greatest secret of my journey of personal growth and discovery. I guess it is the result of my hundreds and hundreds of dates and learnings, thousands of rejections, all sorts of stuff that I've gone through with it. And that is, the people you really like don't like you as much. And the people that really like you don't like as much. And this pattern has held true in any interaction I've ever had with a woman. It is generally one or the other of these situations. And if it's someone that likes me more than I like them, I generally end up breaking up with them or ending the romantic side of things, even if we maintain a friendship. And if I like the person more than they like me, they generally end things with me eventually, either right away or eventually. And this rings true because if I feel that energy of someone really liking me and I don't like them as much, then I know that that's how someone else is feeling toward me if I'm really liking them more than they like me. So I think people, us humans, want to be with someone that we truly admire and look up to and value. We want that. And we can't get that if someone likes us way more than we like them. We have to feel that energy toward the other person, that they're someone of worth and value. And I'm not saying it's not possible to have an equal invested relationship or interaction with someone. I just haven't found that very often. For polarity to happen, it has to be one or the other. And my experience with dating women has showed me that the only way to have polarity and attraction and chemistry is for them to be into me more than I am into them. It makes them feel like I am the prize, that I am someone of great value that they want to hold on to. Because if it's not that way, then I'm just another dude that they can find around the street, or on an app in seconds. And that's not valuable. It's not rare. That's been my experience anyways. And so I've never been able to circumnavigate this rule for very long. Like, I got into the zone with this woman I told you about. I elevated my energy, and it was almost like the universe gave me a taste of my true potential to be one with my energy in the world, without a care, one in a state of presence. And I become a wizard when I'm like that. It's like I got this preview, and there's times that wizard person, that wizard-like being that can come out in me has come out since then. It's come out when I've gone dancing or been with people. Anytime that wizard comes out, there's no limit to what I can do or who I can talk to or those kinds of things. But I've never been able to maintain it for very long, never more for more than a few hours. And it's a great secret. So far, my conclusion is that that wizard is only available temporarily in me, because if it was available all the time, there might be a loss of balance of power in the world. And I think other people get this wizard like state of being, or sorceress if you're a woman, state of being for them. And because other people I've talked to are like, yeah, I remember when I was in the zone. And it's interesting. It's fascinating. So I'm 45 now, going on 46. I'm battling some what appears to either be a reinfection of Lyme disease or a relapse. I'm getting arthritic symptoms in my body, and just kind of the same stuff that years ago was plaguing me is coming back. It's basically round two, it looks like, of battling this, and it seems like any potent challenge in my life always comes in twos. Heartbreak has come in twos. Major health challenge has come in twos. To graduate college, it took me two tries. I got put on probation, then I went back and finished it up. The pattern of twos. It's a very interesting pattern of life. To truly know a truth, it's better to have it spoken by two or more people. So I'm also battling my second round, which I think hopefully is the last time I'll deal with it, is Lyme disease. It's like, wow, I got infected a second time. How? Because the universe sees this as an important lesson for me, is the only way I can think of it. I can't, beyond that, I can't understand it. Like, I feel this major arthritis in my knee, and I know it's not from an injury. My knee was feeling fine last year. I could like do a yoga pistol squat one-legged on it with no pain, and now it's like even a slight bend just hurts like hell. So I know, so I have that new challenge, and maybe something happens when I overcome it again this time. When I overcame Lyme disease the first time, it opened up a world to me, a world of new possibilities and amazing things, and getting through it this second time, I think, will be a similar thing. I have no expectation on when that is. It took 2.5 years last time. It probably will be quicker this time, but we'll see. I know my worth is not measured by microbes in my body or my state of health. My worth is my own uniqueness as Jeremy, the human, the soul. As it is for all of you, your worth is determined by you as a unique soul. That's been another great lesson on my journey, is that my worth is determined by me, and it is independent of my accomplishments, the way I look, the way I feel, how well I am, how sick I am. These are not determiners of my worth in life. And on my dating journey, people have come in and out of my life regardless of my state of health or not. I've had amazing people I've dated while walking with a cane and having a hard time speaking. And I've had amazing people I've dated while I'm in a strong, pristine state of health. And it's just interesting for me, the growth and the learning that's occurred in my life. And this is kind of like a video vlog of my stream of consciousness here, Saturday, March 3rd or 4th. I think it's March 4th, actually. So Saturday, March 4th, 2023. And I'm still doing these videos, and there's videos on my channel from 13, 14 years ago. And it's interesting to see my younger self. But if you're watching this video and you've made it to the almost 15-minute mark, then there's a reason that you've watched it this long, and I give thanks to you. I don't know who you are specifically, but if you made it to this almost 15-minute mark, share in the comments, I made it to the 15-minute mark watching your video, and share something that stood out to you, or something about me that caused you to go that long in my video of me sharing my thoughts. Yeah, that's a curious question for me. I don't have life figured out. 45 plus years on this earth. The more I learn, the more I realize I don't know. There's so much going on in this world and so many things happening. I feel like I'm just a feather in the wind, experiencing a ride on this earth. I also know that my philosophy, my state of being, my mind, how I view myself in the world affects my life greatly. We're creators of our realities. So I try to focus on superhero videos: He-Man, Thor, Iron Man, Superman, Superman, Thor, He-Man, Iron Man, just strong, powerful figures so that I can move through the world that way. But I'm just as valuable walking through the world as Superman or Thor as I am crippled. And it's been another great reveal for me, is that I can walk with a cane, limp, be broken, like feeling useless. And that man is just as important as Jeremy, who's Superman, dunking a basketball, hitting half-court basketball shots, typing, writing stories, being charismatic, a magician, a wizard, a healer, an energetic being. The powerful, energetic being and the broken man are one and the same. They are not separate entities. They're the same thing. They're valued and loved equally. They're both accepted equally. And I'm very grateful for that learning and lesson. And because the challenges of my health were very difficult years and years ago with my back surgery, and the first time I got Lyme disease, I viewed myself as a broken, useless man, and that's changed. I hug myself like this in all my states of being, regardless of the outcomes that happened. So that's been great. I'm grateful for that lesson in growth. And it appears I'm learning another one right now with my health, and that's okay. I'll beat it. I'll figure it out. Because that's what I do, is I'm a problem solver, scientist. And hopefully this is the last time I ever deal with a Lyme disease relapse or reinfection. Yeah, my journals. I love my journals. I love reading back through my past entries. What an interesting journey of love and heartbreak, health and ill health, infection, reinfection, disease, destruction, building up, growing, learning, succeeding, failing, pondering, writing, contemplating. My two daughters, Ellie and Sienna, my two little heartbeats. They mean so much to me. I appreciate them. I'm going to take Ellie to play basketball today. She expressed an interest in learning to shoot and play, and I said, okay. I would love to share that gift of mine with you, Ellie. Your daughters, Ellie and Sienna, are so young, just starting your journeys of life, and your dad here is at 45 years old. Kind of still starting my journey of life. I'm halfway through life-ish. We'll see what advances come in medicine and biotechnology and whatnot. But I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful for the ability to do YouTube videos. I'm grateful for all of you watching. Those of you who watch my videos through the entire video, that means so much to me, because you have billions of other things you could do, and you chose to take time out of your one life that you've been given to watch me. What an honor, what a gift. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate my small clan of subscribers and commenters and video watchers. You're appreciated. So I think that's about all I want to say. The incredible journey of personal growth and discovery and all the things I'm learning along the way. And I don't see this journey ending ever. It's going to happen until the day I die. One day you'll see me doing a video and my hair may be completely white, and I'm still going to be going out and talking to people and trying to stretch and improve myself. And it's wild. I'm grateful for yoga, my daughters, this condo, my Tesla car that drives itself and is fully electric. It's a pretty marvelous wonder of technology. I'm grateful for my work and being able to write articles about Tesla and do these videos and to be able to share my thoughts. And I wish nothing but health, joy, abundance, happiness, and love forever for whoever you are reading this. I'd love to know who you are reading this, watching this. That's something I say in my journal, because I'll wish whoever's reading my journal, whoever you are reading this, I'll say that in my journal. And so that was an interesting stream of consciousness there. Whoever you are watching this video, I wish you abundance, health, joy, happiness, and love. I would love to know who you are watching this video. And it's not a requirement for you to share who you are. You may remain anonymous, and it's okay. But I share this intent without attachment to the outcome, that I would love to know who you are. I look forward to each day, not knowing what's going to happen each day. It's an adventure, this life. Life is an adventure. And I end this video sharing love and gratitude and hope and optimism for the future. Namaste, and I'll see you in the next video.